Thank you for tuning in to G-View, another exclusive interview. Thank you again for logging on to biggonline.com. We have the infamous Wally British inside the house. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, 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 great. Loving it in Canada.
Is it your first time in Canada?
No, actually my third time. I come already in December and I came back in February. So it seems you guys love me over here. I can't do not but love on the top. We'll be back in July. Yep.
So much time in Canada.
Yes.
We're in Canada, Toronto?
Yes, on the 24th of July I'm coming back on the Rocks, an event there called Snapshot. So I'm not sure if On the Rocks is actually, I think it's still in Toronto. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it your first time in Toronto or no?
No, not at all.
No? Okay.
No, not at all.
So Canadian is loving Wally British.
Love Wally British and love the things that me don't know. I love it.
and the slogan where you go by right now is, because I know say
Couple of them not no bleggy down about it, too tired of it and them things there.
And the tired one is the one where I hear most of the Canadian them I use. They're like, I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm well familiar with it.
I'm well familiar with it. Well, the world know about Wally British now, and your career catapult to the highest of the highest right now. But we know say you have to kind of creep before you actually start running now, because
Right.
you're up and running now.
And I feel like it's still up on a creeping stage. It's actually been like a year, and this year January was a year, so we're looking at about a year and 5 months now into it since it actually first started. It's growing at a nice like a pace still, mother say. But
Are you fully mainstream now?
Still not sprint yet me feel the right way, but I'm loving every minute of it.
And you were a part of the host on Sting.
And Sting, yes I was.
Yeah, so that's a big
Yeah.
thing. That's mainstream.
Yeah. Well,
been watched by the world.
that was big. The biggest so far, yeah.
Alright. Yeah. So where you actually based from?
Well, already, I'm from Jamaica, from the parish of Portland, like a community called Norwich. But right now, I am actually living in Orlando, Florida, in the U.S.
Oh,
yeah.
that's where you
Right.
do. And is what do you call this now? Is this a stand-up comedy where you do our news? What is this?
It's hard to categorize, because trust me, Wally British is multitasking. Not really by choice, but it's coming at me. I'm not back down from any of it, capitalize by all of it, until I find which one. Oh my God, excuse that. Until I actually find which one is going to be the best and most suitable for me. But right now, I am doing some stand-up comedy. I'm doing some MC/hosting. Also doing some DJing as well. Songs in the making. I have 2 songs out.
Vocal and instrument.
Right. So it's a couple of things. So when you collaborate all of them together, I would just put them just an entertainer and a whole entertainer all across the board.
Right.
Right.
And is this
some
a full
acting too as well.
That's
course.
That's actually good.
Of course, yeah.
So movies in the making.
More like some comedy type script.
Okay.
I did something with IT and Fancy Cat already in Jamaica. Their little acting thing they have going on, so national TV there. So
it's great work. Is this a full-time job for you?
It's actually my only job at this moment. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, my only job. I had a regular 9 to 5, but by the time I was about 10 months in of starting it, it was kind of like where both of them together was, I wasn't performing up to expectation on the regular job, because it's just mostly trying to think of making videos, the time wanting off and I wasn't working out too well with. So
you actually at work making videos?
They at work, every minute slipping out of my uniform, going to the bathroom, I make videos. So, it was
Well, Bob Marley said, do what you love and money will come after still, you know? And
yep, I love it. I really love it.
I love it.
I'm loving
it. That's great. And what's the status in like you're married and?
You know, nobody has never asked me this yet in an interview. No.
You're not married.
No.
So, because what I see what happened with married life or life with couples in entertainment business is like a really short span, because the other party can, like, the love kind of gone, the love gone too far, you know.
Well,
you don't have a problem with that.
Well, yes, it can actually cause issues in dating, and I've seen where it caused issues with me in the past, because but how it causes an issue with me is that me personally in a relationship, I'm such a loving person that if I'm focusing on a relationship, it is affecting my focus on the work. So I'm more caught up into the relationship, while that can be good because you have to focus on the work. So in that way, it affect me. I'm sure it affect other couples by probably you have to be on the road, stuff might happen. I was in an event in Philadelphia the other night, which was it was called Dance Until You Wet. It's a really dancing event. And at some point in the event, a dancer actually sweep me up off of me. There's nothing I could have. By the time I look, I'm a dancer, and by that over the floor all over, and I'm like, oh my God, by the end of this. But I think, trust me, I know the last person I was dating, who was at a show, and a girl was dancing with an artist, and he was like, if I'm my girlfriend that I don't know what she could have really tell me for the on stage a dance with man, so I say it's entertainment business.
It's entertainment.
And so if he was to see that, he would have probably feel like,
yeah, all this.
No. So it can be a problem. Like,
yeah, any kids?
I have a 12-year-old son, just one.
Oh, okay, so you can look after him breakfast and make him egg and thing, and
he
mommy gone on tour and
serial kids, so you know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's good. Any world tour coming up?
I don't have an actual tour coming up right now. Most of what I did came up in such a whirlwind that very early stages in my work. I did a tour last year in England. For this year, I don't have an actual tour, but I'm pretty much somewhere every week or every other week in the US or Jamaica. In August, I have 2 different events in Jamaica, Texas coming up. Where again I have coming up? 2 things in Jamaica, Texas coming back here in July. Few things all over, trust me, Atlanta.
And you also do the US tour, because you say you're based in you're based in US. A lot of folks out there is inquiring how you start out in the business, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, then me have Wally a big talk to, how me can start, how you started out.
Boy, may I tell you something, it's really amazing. How me start off, mother does really, me kind of more feel like it's a situation where God actually feel like, all right, you're around there for a while ago and with some little things and And I feel like, I'll give you a break now, go on out there. To me feel like it's more that, because as you made a very important point, whole lot of people can make some talk, whole lot of people funny, whole lot of people can do all of this, but to me it's just what is for season is for season. What happened for you, I got happened for you. Just like in the music business, several people behind the table or the screen, whatever, who have crazes have tons of mad songs and no reach, and then somebody might bust out with a song or 2 and all of a sudden, right. So I feel with me, because it wasn't nothing specially I did. I was at work. I tell you, I had a 9-to-5 for 9 years. I was at work. I just gotten off a vacation in December 2013 then, and I came back to America about the 8th of January 2014, went back straight to work. And somewhere being at work, I just thought of making a video. I was always writing statuses on Facebook, which I considered had humor in them. But everybody who was reading, because I can't write the patois so good for some reason, I would have really be able to write what I really want to say. So it's like, I always want to say something like that. So the idea just came up in my mind try a video. So it all had to do with the advancing of technology too, because maybe 2 years before video phone or so. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So just having my phone pop up and could I just make a video and upload straight to Facebook. An idea just came to my head where you can hear that instead of a read, and I just made one. I made one and posted it, and before that day was done, the reaction from it, I feel good like, yeah, they really can get it now. So before the day that was done, maybe I made another, and within a week and a half, couple went out, and by 3 weeks, it was already out done. There.
Is it freestyle that you're doing?
It's
or are you have because a lot of people saying, you look like she already talk for something.
Well, certain things when I want to talk about. So much things in my head about the particular topic where I can just elaborate about it. Okay. Certain things I want to fix the right way. Yeah. There's so many information that might jot down a part out a key line just to catch back. For say for example, I want to talk about Bonaman. I might want to say, all right, them this, them that. You know, few things we kind of look back on me. So that
it's over like 5 minutes worth of talk. I know people are like, she must have really talk for something.
No, you know, few lines we might put out for forget certain things.
Do you remember the first video that you put out? What it was about?
The first video was about a belt. I was actually in Jamaica the same December sitting down. Kind of feel like my life really, I don't know really I become of it. Seems like I was living an okay life, but within I was feeling like,
crying.
You know, like not really crying, but like something really need for happen. You know, I was, something just I was needing to, but I was tired of the regular things that I was doing. Didn't know what the change was going to be. Actually come to find out this was what it is. But I was in Jamaica and I ended up saw a gentleman passing me by. He was wearing a belt, and on the belt it had on like a big Kyla dollar, like a big Kyla money as the belt. And I was just looking at it and I find humor in it, like, I mean, you know, just have a regular black belt or a brown belt. So it's a work me there a week after, and him crossed my mind, and I just make a video, stick up my phone and stop and just talk about the man that had the belt and the big belt and the da. And them actually react good to the little belt script, and then from there was just
Was it a YouTube post or a Facebook or?
A Facebook. I was posting. The first few was going up on Facebook until people start throwing suggestions right away. That are like the regular people who was on my Facebook before any of this started. You know, you can have 5,000 max on your regular Facebook page. Before I started, I had like about 2,000 some people. So regular people was on my page start suggesting, Wally put them on YouTube, Wally do this. Obviously, I don't know nothing about the whole world or any of this. So people just have to like, you know, show what to do, And then I started to put some on YouTube, you know. Some I had on Facebook, I uploaded them to YouTube and stuff like that.
What about friends? The whole, because you know, in dance hall them have like the whole crew, you know what I mean, like artists are rolling and 6, 7 deep man behind it. How you manage your crew like that now?
Well, to be frank,
well, people want to be your friend.
You know, I find it different. First of all, reality speaking, truthfully speaking, what I have observed since I have gotten into this, people who I have known, especially even from where I'm from, to me, people, not all, but to me, before any of this, I feel like I had a big following then. When I used to go back home just for vacation, then I feel like I had like a small fan base. People used to like the way I dress, I think. So probably look at me as a small fashionista. I was always into taking pictures and all of that. So people used to look at my photos and stuff like that. When I used to go home, whole heap of friends me used to have around me. And right now what I am noticing is that the more I climb up, the more I go back home, and the more few like them, I don't know, I don't know what causes it.
You don't know if them afraid for your approach. Say, well, we are not on the same level.
I don't know where it could be, whether that becoming one of me change. I'm really noticing.
And they used to that name Wally British.
And then, yeah, I was Wally British before it started.
Before
it started.
So when you go back home in your community and your sisters and your cousins, is Wally British them call you? What's the given name there?
Well, a few people call me Susie, but you know, I guess maybe the people them were like 5 years out, maybe them people that call me Wally because the name they really take over. When somebody called me Susie, you know, like I was looking at a video comment maybe yesterday and somebody say, yes, Susie, we need more people to talk like that. Maybe I forgot to the profile fast to see who is really this. I said
that person
and
is
then,
close.
Here's a big woman from a community, so I know say, all right, she not going to ever get used to saying a Wally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. But outside of that, you know, strangers may want to come in. I know them say all I've noticed, even before me in the business, me look at things. I know artists or DJs from where me come from, and if something happen there and they're brought to perform, I realize and say, crown no really whatever. But then them say they never really crown a king in their own.
Yeah,
and I noticed that from very earlier on.
So you're propelled to a bigger height now, and you probably find out the few people that's in your community start saying, Sha Gwani.
No, them not really say that neither because they can never say that. Still down to earth as it can be, unbelievable because really for fact me personally, you know, feel like there's nothing too much.
Growing up, you used to go from 1 yard to 1 yard, go sit down and cook with a friend them and them. So
yeah, which me still do if me go back, of course.
So them can't pass a judgment.
Them can't pass a judgment there. That's another issue. So I more think them probably feel like, boy, Wally big now. Me not must be that. I can't understand why them would have think that, you know. But me know that few I used to have an entourage from just being a fashionista, and now me is actually
and people inquire like, how she live? How you gonna live America and get the name Wally British? You been in England?
Yeah. How that name came about? The British part of it was that as a child growing up in Jamaica, my mother had. My mother was living in England, and also my entire mother's side of my family. So even though I was living in Jamaica, I always had England people visiting, and then I made just 2 trips as a child over there, and just from coming back from the 2 trips, you know, people stay make 2 trips, then I really know how long you're missing if 2 them turn in a 5 maybe. Yeah. So just coming back, you know, some people say British. A few people. Those English people are walk back here and they were on your Jamaica, everybody are English for them down there. So the British came by like that. And you know, Wally is a part of my last name, and it was actually a guy I was dating who ended up put the 2 of them together, and I've been like how it sound. And then since starting off an entertainment business, I think it's such an entertainment name. It works. So you know, it's always something people want to know why. When we go to England, them overlove me over there because British.
Going back on the topic of 9 to 5, we kind of find it all weird that your employer didn't show you the leniency of like you're a star now and you need the time to go do your tour.
No, man.
You just take it in your own hands.
Yeah, they probably would have worked with me. Meaning, even if right now I want to go to work, I could. I definitely believe so. But you know, I had to be fair too as well. Not them telling me that I wasn't performing up to expectation. I knew that because it's like the work, I'm less focused in it now, trying to focus on my videos and stuff. So it's like I would have been cheating them out of, you know, what I'm really supposed to do on the job. So it's not really like they were like, oh, you can't, whatever. Even, I made videos because I was obviously the people, the other co-workers and the bosses and stuff like that. I never tell them what I was doing. It just got to a point where it grew and grew where one co-worker now might say somebody send a video to them phone. I must say, just Christ, I miss me and I work. Me and I work. And you know, people are saying, no, I lie, I tell you, can't work. So, you know, and then I make video in and around the workplace. So, you know, it reached a stage where my boss lady saw and can see all the background now and know, say, wait, Susan, these videos are going on the job and stuff like that. till, you know, I don't know who directed her to YouTube. She actually went there and actually felt like something was going to come out of it. That's in the very early stages when me don't know what was going to happen yet. And then she was like, because it's her and her husband. Husband is the real boss. And she had suggested to me, like, Susan, sit him down and really tell him what is going on, because from what I saw, I know that this is going to excel, and you know, you want to give him heads up from now that, you know, I still didn't know how to face him with it, thinking, I was like, trying to sound like a foolishness that, you know, I just didn't really know how to tell somebody what I was doing. You know, and they actually seen it for themselves. So after a while, when I started to want to leave now, weekend, not a job where the day off is set off where you can just be off every weekend, because like it would be fair to the other workers. So, you know, there's this one time when I needed to leave, and you know, I was on his wife trying, because I know that she had realized what I was doing. So I was pressuring her for the time off. It wasn't working out too well, where she was like, you know what, talk to him. And you know, he was really mad, you know, until I really actually told him, it's like, this is not something I was really trying to do. I haven't come to you because it's not like I knew where it was leading, but as you know.
Didn't you have the fear though of saying, okay, well, right now I have a solid 9 to 5, and right now just me I go kind of jeopardize it for entertainment and see where the monetary funds way. And I say, is this a long-term thing? Is this going to shut for us a year? And then me have to go end up go back on my job, or me not have no job? You never have that fear?
No, reason being because me know the relationship between me and them. If I ever needed to go back to work, I could go back to work.
There's a lot of talented people around the world that have 9 to 5, and you know, people can sing, people can, and them have them look at them, try them do weekend gigs.
Right,
you know
right,
I mean?
right.
Because them have the fear that they say, you know what? Me I gonna leave the 9 to 5 and me I gonna hit the studio every day because me can sing.
Right.
So a lot of, you know, people have their little fear there in them. You never have that.
No, and like I said, the reason why is because I know it's not like I'm leaving this job and the relationship is dead with me and these people. If I needed to go back to work now a day or two during the week, I could still get with them and, you know, and say it, and I'm sure they'll work something out with me. So maybe that is why I wasn't fear. Probably if I was in a franchise where you never know the boss and have a relationship with the boss and you're gone, and know so you're gone, probably me wouldn't run the risk. But then, you know, people them when me expect to understand, see, all right, you know, me I try to do the little run here now, but you know, and then it was extremely busy, but then when it winds down during the week, sometimes I really don't have anything to do. So when I really settle down, I may go back and do, you know, a day or two during the week or something like that. But
during interviews, there's 2 questions I like to ask. In your career, what's the most memorable moment since you had this career?
Wow. You know, I remember my most memorable moment last night, and I kind of forgot now. It was the most memorable moment, oh my God.
It can be a tour, it can, you know what I mean, since you have your career, and say, oh, this night, market.
Well, you know, one of the stuff that I really love about it is, well, the tour in England was good. One thing I love is, you know, like when I'm having a show and just my grand entry into wherever, just to actually see them looking at me, to really actually realize, all right, Wally, yeah, this the star for the show, I really, you know, even if I wasn't prepared, cause even now I'm still nervous about mostly every event.
Because every show is different.
Everyone is different. So I am still not comfortable as though I am so ready and I just can't manage it. So my time is still on stage and a word or two may slip, like, you know, out of place. You know, so that means you're still nervous.
I still have the pronunciation problem sometimes, you know. You onset the pronunciation come off a little bit different.
Right.
You try to rewind it back to say, I want them, you know what I mean? And when you start think about it, then the other one is coming.
Right.
Because then you're not focused. Then, you know, the producer would say, if you make a mistake, just continue.
Right.
Because when you start thinking about the mistake, no, you go try reverse to correct it and then the other mistake. So the flow will not come off.
No, I kind of feel and believe that when you're on an event and people come out, they come out to see and then they come out to see if them never like you. So if them already like you, like a mistake or two, you know, them not really, it's not going to be held against you. It's like when you already get to the point where you're on the stage, it's pretty much what you want to you do. After a while, I noticed that it's just like you can freestyle, you can, you know, because them already, you have to really mess up bad feels like, oh, she really messed up.
Any embarrassing?
Nah, I really didn't have one yet. On Sting, however, I don't know, I wouldn't even say anxiety because I was standing on stage a long time before I got on the mic and seeing the crowd and all of that. I wouldn't say I was nervous, but
shocking moment. Me can say, what is God?
No, I was on stage and by the time, I don't know if the size of the crowd or what it was, but I guess I was loud. I don't know if I thought because the crowd was bigger, I needed to be loud or what, but at some point, some of the words just wasn't coming out at all. Like voice gone. Okay, totally. So I still was embarrassed because it just didn't come across as an embarrassing moment.
Which the mic, them said the mic.
It wasn't the mic, it was me.
Well, the mic, I do the work, you know, so you don't need to actually scream.
Scream.
But a lot of people say the crowd and say, you know, I have to go properly with my voice.
Obviously, when you're not experienced, that's what can happen.
Yeah, so you have to really admire Bounty Killer, because him now shout, him say, engineer, turn up me mic. You understand? Because him now go shout.
Yeah, I mean, experience, you know, more experience, you know, you can just talk regular, because the more I know, I need to do a calm down.
I mean, the category there is like them don't have a coach for you. There's no coach. Nobody can coach you. If you say what they need, if you say unless they're putting you in a movie set.
It's very unusual, I'd say, because for the world of video blogging and getting booking for an event is actually something new, a record. Because before, me no go back to like Beyond Me, Trabas and like Major, before then, me no know who else was doing what we're doing. And if there was somebody else, they never get booked for an event. So this is actually something new, to really book somebody who is just a video blogger or just talk to come to your event.
How do you keep current with the stuff?
Well,
because there's a lot of video on YouTube now that like people love it, like the one where you give it to the Bonner man, them for know, them for stay in them lane,
right,
and not tap a road when they get the call. And
stuff like that. Well, what had happened with me is that, like I say, experience is a hell of a thing. And I like my bust out as an artist where you know you go have them people that behind you in terms of, as an artist, I feel like somebody can more help you in terms of what to do. With me, I still not have the type of help there. So anything at all what I do.
So nobody ever give you a material that you have to deliver?
I have nobody behind the scenes and me.
Just you have to write
so everything when I think of me, so it's really not, it's not.
So it's harder for you then?
It's really hard. And it's come to the point where I really need that now. I need it for a while now. Don't know where to find it. Hope that can come. I need a whole team overall. I can do so much other things with videos, acting, skits and all of that. But me personally, I can't come up with all the skits, all the script me alone.
It happens to a lot of comedians. And what happens when they get to a greater height, people hide from them. Because them say, me not chat nothing, make sure go here and thief my style and go chat it.
Yeah, all kind of things.
And you find a lot of comedians go through that because you have to keep current.
Right.
And you have to come out
with that me would do still, but yeah, that's all.
A lot of people think about it. You know, a lot of artists, you know, see big artists come around and the big artists come into the room and people will say, the little artists are going like him better than big people. But they're really hiding, them not really want to sing nothing, them just want to look a private thing because people scared of them material get taken away and the copyrights on it. You know, you hear two little thing and you just take your little twist to it and say, I'm gone with that, you know.
I'm gone
Monday morning, shut with it and change it up.
I mean, yeah, all of that is in the game too, but like for me, like I say, I've just been trying to do me because of lack of experience when I first started. Obviously, me put out tons of video behind the, every other day, while if with experience, I would have known to really hold back on a lot of the material.
Because a lot of them get missed. Because you're so much you put out
there was so much, and them if me have experience, them could have stretched out to leave me right now. So you know, it come to a point where you don't talk about most things, you don't talk about a lot of things, but sometimes I really don't worry about it too much.
What about a remix of it then?
No, I just really just get up and freestyle. But mine if I get up and I feel like talking about something today, I talk about it, and I feel like my fan base, even though nobody is not obligated to stick around, and trust me, they'll move on to the next best. So I'm just hoping and praying that, you know, I am able to remain current. You know what I mean? You know, I just, you know, just try, and people still suggest topics for me to talk about and stuff like that. And
do you voice any opinion on politics, like anything happening current affair, like police shoot a man, and you ever do material on those?
I talk about some of my videos, them range from comedy videos where I make you just laugh. Other than that, I talk about serious matters where I could have called them a true. You can call them sneeze. Certain videos are nail pan the head. Yeah. Nail pan the head of the reality of life, with my opinion and whatever it is. So I talk about stuff like that. I don't go too deep in politics, I don't go too deep in a church, I don't go too deep in a gay. 3 things where people kind of tell me kind of stay away from.
People come to you for advice though?
People come to me for advice though. A lot.
How do you handle that?
That is even something else too. I know with the right help our team behind me so much can come out of me.
You're actually what them call it now, community certified counselor.
I am, then that's not a lie. That's a lot. I do that a lot behind the scenes. My Facebook inbox messages, roughly every day, I have mostly relationship stuff. I am a person where people feel like, people have issues in them relationship, family, whatever, and feel like, not even my friend, I not tell them my business, and when you have that build up in you, whether a relationship, whatever, and you can't share to the regular people, you want to let it out, but there's no channel.
I would be scared to let it out to you, because if I have a problem, I would have been more scared to let it out to you, because then no me you twist it out and send it out back on a different channel.
No, and even if I've never offended somebody with doing any of that, because I still know how me I go do it. Me I give them a dead serious advice. Only for woman or man to me I tell about with them relationship advice. Some even want to talk about it publicly. Some so bad that me never even put it out there. But I don't know if something about my videos and me.
It don't depress you though? It don't get you like you read it and you say, what is God?
Yeah. Sometimes someone will send picture and their boyfriend beat them up, feels terribly battered. I cry upon seeing the photographs, and then I still see them together again too, you know.
And then after you talk?
After, you know, probably they might even, somebody like that now would say, boy, Wally, you can't talk about even stuff like this. Policemen who beat on their women. I think a lot of policemen do that, because who you gonna run to, a next police?
In friend.
So, right, so you're just a woman, a battered spouse with a police officer who you'd go to complain to, so you don't have nobody to complain to.
The commissioner.
So, but them not go that. I just take a while when I'm tired.
Just wait for one man and them not
go do that because them still not out of love, you know what I mean? So stuff like that, then when we say, Wally, talk about that. Now, I have to pick and choose what I talk about, because I can't talk about your relationship now because you're mad at you, and then you're not over it because I'm still sooner again, and you want to be like, hi, what really do you think I have to say? I'm not happy to see you and this guy after you show me what your face look like. So, you know, I deal with a lot of that. I don't know, and I feel like that's a passion to me. Enjoy it, because me personally know whether it's male or female. You know, it's majority women though. somebody just need them. Sometimes you just need to hear the truth from somebody where you feel like you respect or feel like they know what they matter about.
And it make them feel like them actually know you too.
Of course, I feel,
You
that's
know,
why they
stranger.
come to me. They feel like they
And
read me in my
answer.
videos like this to the point where
And you
they feel like
and you get 100 of emails and you know you have to answer to them.
yeah,
one
my
by
answer. I'm
one.
still behind my
Well,
Facebook
that's
page
good.
and my email. You know, I'm still the person.
I
behind it.
still miss emails and texts and you know.
You do?
Yes, and
Yeah.
days after you actually, you know, man, would I say, boy, when you big up this for me, you know, Sean Bush, and you kind of miss it, and when the day, when in party or event pass, you kind of see it, and
Right.
you know what I mean.
And you feel some type of way. It happens with me sometimes.
And
Where
some
some
more time
people
them give it to you, and you see them
Right.
again, I say, yeah, so you go on, you go around me thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You may experience it too, but I mean, I guess them have to understand, because me know once me say me I could do it, I had intention. Somebody asked me to big up them party the other day, and I there in Jamaica, and I say, okay, when me come to Jamaica, me do it. I was there for 5-6 days, me still never get around to do it. Then when me leave Jamaica now, you know the rush is done, I'm back to reality, relax days and days. Somebody else asked me, but me have more free time for me, and now, by me look, the first person event had passed, I mean, I get to do it, which I really wanted to. And then now somebody event where I come up 2 weeks after, I was able to big it up more than one time. So I just imagine how that person look
Beside
now
that, I
like
put a
you
check
go
mark.
around me.
Usually, if it's a real person, they may ask you, say, I walk one. And then you have some person, then put a check mark, say, enemy number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If them stupid, yeah, and it do happen. So, you know, me have to learn to live with that to some people. Hey, Wally British, I go around here, I go around me thing. Knowing me personally, that's not what I'm doing. But what me I go do now, me can't explain to everybody.
The famous face on an airplane flight or doing a ride along the street or to the mall in another city that you're not from.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get fans walk up to you? How you handle fans?
I would say tons, but it has gotten to the point now where actually mostly everywhere I go, somebody know me now, even through the year. I'm gradually watching the build up, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like when we reach to a stage, me I go on to write a book and everything, to actually tell people how this really goes.
It really
because
goes.
some
A
people
lot of people
get to a
don't
stage.
have that experience, and they would like to know how do you feel, how the growth of famous. You fly first class now, and you do all of everything that you get. First things now, you get free this, free that, you know.
I love the part of it. Big up the people ever give me some outfits sometimes. Big up the people that who do my makeup and them things. I really appreciate it.
A lot of times, you know, man say, Sean, we like the shirt, you know how much is the shirt? And I say, you know, say, you don't really know how much it can get it. That man just have a close store. I say, you know, my line of things is
and wear it,
you know what I mean?
But I really like that part of it. I was coming through the airport, coming here, and about 3 different people in the security line. And we are like...
them fine, them say me no.
Yeah, exactly. And then they pink ear, them not really gonna miss me too much.
And during the flight, nobody not come to you and...
During the most flight, me go on the reach to the point now where somebody is gonna know. And I'm like, wow, it's really I get to a stage now. Even you know, you got through even people them way boarding, print your boarding pass. I have to take a picture, and I'm like, wow. So one of my biggest things that I like is somebody come up to me, let's take a picture. While me know them coming up, so many want to do it, I'm afraid to say it, not knowing how it's gonna be.
What's your mood on that though? Are you a moody type of entertainer?
Whichever event me go, I take as much photograph. I mean, last night event didn't have a photograph, and I was upset about that, like really, because several people come up with them phone. You know the quality of some of the phones, them not good and da da da.
Do you have a problem on male fan crushing on you though?
I feel like the demeanor in which I come across or brings across in my video, them and the seriousness and how me sound like bullbucker or some people. I don't have a ton of men bomb rushing but I'm rushing because some are going to say, I can't bother do Wally British, she know everything too much. Or, you understand, like, what kind of cheating something I going to do with Wally British, you know every rule of cheating.
Yeah.
Or when you want to tell the woman them everything, like, really, I can't manage Wally, you
so for
much.
for you, you have to, somebody approaching you is basically your husband. You can't say, boy, me I try the trick road with Wally, you know, because she saw like she know the trick road already.
And if you know, if somebody may even approach me locally, me don't know them try to convince themselves. Even this recently guy may I talk to some him always I say, I don't care about two Wally British, you know. Me I talk to Susan, and I'm trying to think why you need to be even saying this. Do I even ever discuss I'm Wally British and with you? So why you even bringing that up to make yourself feel good?
Him just had make you know say whatever ego you have in here, you know, you just deal with me on a level. You know,
while me not have none, so you turned me off with saying any of that because, you know, just
it's a fear. You know, when you're not famous and you see you're a female and a lot of male, as a woman you have to cut out. I think you have to be cut out to actually deal with a famous male. When you're a female, so when it flips, you know what I mean. A lot of ladies are insecure dealing with famous.
Of course, I see how it can be issues male, because as an entertainer, a male especially, tons of a female are gonna just throw themselves at you.
And your phone go off right through the night, and
it's
wife
a
just step on.
Struggles is real.
Yeah. So you know, on the flip side of that, you know,
it not gonna be so bad on a woman as it would be with a man, but I feel like my behavior, them just feel like, which them tell me that okay, I'm gonna do you know everything too much. You know, while you gotta have some little small one, they probably don't know who maybe I say I'm like, you know, I can't go on. And I'm like, really?
It changed the whole game, you know, because a lot of people consider you as vulgar.
Right. Too.
And that changes the game, you know. I'm on to she could have load up all my things.
Right. Many people approach me and by then say the first line, but I got to talk about me now, you know. Many people, so that is the next thing to again to it in a way, you know.
Because dealing with current affair, whether you're an artist, a comedian, or a pastor, or anything, and you actually deal with current affair, you know, like myself here. People, that's the first thing people said. That our last, we'd say last word. After them tell you something, that's the last word when them leave. Before them go to the say, but I got to talk me things now, you know.
Yeah, of course. And then them feel like me talk everything. I mean, they don't really understand, say, it's a character I'm playing somewhat too, you know. So,
do you ever, excuse me, I don't cut you. Do you ever deliver something yet? Well, talk about one of your things, whether a relationship or a current affair thing, and anybody get back to you and say, it sounds like a me attack?
All the time, of course. All the time.
How you deal with that? How you deal with that? How you separate it? Because you talk something, and it actually, grandma would say, sound like you lick the nail upon the head. And
all the time.
It happened to that person right there, and that person did actually say something to you about their relationship. And
oh, so you mean like somebody has actually said something to me?
But the product that you put out was even before.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but the few people that I can deal with, but in terms of the nail upon the head, a whole heap of people can relate. So even when me make a video where reality me are talking at, I can just know, I can look for 60-70% of the comment, I say exactly nail upon the head.
And like, Wally, you come like a me attack.
Of course, you know, but a human stuff me talk about real something where, you know, so somebody I gonna experience it, tons of people I gonna experience it. Because most of when I talk about my reality video them is 40% but that's my experience and next 40% are what I see. And you know, just what I see in everyday life, and the next 20% maybe what somebody may suggest.
And are you the hype entertainer that you want to reach at the club when it pack? Or you're the one that you tell the promoter, say, I'm going to for early, I'm going to go build the people.
No, man. I mean, I know. I mean, I feel a type of stardom there within myself. So I really don't know if it can get much better than this when I gonna really get iron on myself for really feel some type of way. But whatever time work for them best. If me leave from somewhere to work somewhere for you, me know whatever the event is, it now go outlast 4 hours. You know what I mean? If it's a dance event, you know dance now go start before 11. So if you want to have me there 12 o'clock, me know by 4 it must done. Me just tell myself say 4 hours.
But a lot of artists are prime time. They want the prime time hour.
Of course.
They finish at 4, so they want to be there at 2:30 going to 3 o'clock.
Well, I mean, it could be like last night. The event was supposed to be done at 3, and it was 2 o'clock that I got there. Not really by choice. I think the promoter was like, I'm going to get you at 1, but sometime them tied up to everything now go according to plan. My face was being done, and it just a run over the time and stuff like that. So for a 3 o'clock event, I wanted to be there at 1, but me never end up there till 2. And it was still fine.
And it happened quite a few times.
Yeah, but then some event me go from in the early till me actually there. I take photographs even before me end up performing or any of that. So, you know, it goes both ways. I'm not the type to really say, no, I definitely have to do the prime time or whatever. It's whatever you want to do.
And there's artists that come to the city and when promoter go pick them up at 11 o'clock and yo mad man, you can't man go them time. Empty place, you want come sit down, you know.
Well, it wouldn't really make no sense neither in reality to me.
But promoters are arguing and saying we pay for the night, so no matter if you're gonna go empty, sit down empty.
Well, they have a point too, so that's why I say if they really want me, I'm not gonna say no. But me never actually me personally haven't come across a promoter yet where really most of them want to get you there. When it's like if they're already in the business, they automatically know say.
A lot of people, no, there's the modernized promoter now is actually changing that because they want the star to be there at 11 o'clock. So when the first people them start coming in, them start setting it up on the blog. Me see man in there live.
Well, me not experience that. Me not experience no promoter want bring me in overly early. And I want you to come on their own at the city or something photos take for them to actually know that you're here. Yeah. But you know, whatever time they need for me to be there, I'll be there.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up on GView TV, biggonline.com. The infamous talk about the most talked about lady right now in entertainment business, Wally British. She's right here live in Toronto. Did her show last night. She said it was crazy off the hook. She said nothing no bleg about her thing. That means that she not hype. You understand? If you want a picture, don't scare to, approach her and all of these things. Right. You have it live. It's your beautiful cover boy, Sean Bush, and my beautiful guest,
Wally British. Yes, that's me. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, at Wally British. That's WALLYBRITISH. And me talk up something them right now. I said not at all. I'm like, about me thing and me tell you about it in a real life. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Is there anybody on the Toronto page that you want to big up because you don't want them to give it to you?
Big up, yes, for sure. I'm glad you remind me that. Snapshot, the 24th of July, on the rocks, Bobby Slice, big up yourself. Raquel Bailey, big up yourself. Fresh Icons, thanks for having me. Road your promotion with a Carabana weekend. Try, get your acts together. Canada, me love it and I love me. I feel you and I feel me. And, I will continue to come as long as you guys continue to have me. Big up my people all over Toronto and everywhere.
Thank you, Wally British. Toronto have no problem with you. And it was nice having you on GView TV.
Internet TV to the universe. Log on to GView. Project live and no rehearse. Log on to GView. Make sure your internet works. Log on to GView.
On BigGOnline.com.